Once a student visa is cancelled, can you apply again? If your student visa is cancelled, you may be able to apply for another visa, but you might need to depart Australia and apply from outside or offshore. You may also be subject to an exclusion period, which means that you will only be eligible for a grant of a new visa once a specified period has passed, but this can be waived by the department in certain circumstances. In this video, we'll look at the circumstances under which your student visa might be cancelled and how you might be able to reapply. Hi, I'm Booky and you're watching the Youenrol channel. On this channel, we provide you with all the information that you need about studying, living and working in Australia without you having to pay costly consultant fees, no matter where you are in the world. But before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Also, do click the bell icon so that you don't miss out on our new videos. In the most serious cases, such as where your student visa has been cancelled on character grounds, you might be subject to a permanent re-entry ban, meaning that you will not be able to be granted a further visa to Australia. In such a case, only the minister can personally grant you a permanent resident visa. An important factor to consider in determining what your options may be is whether your student visa has been cancelled on character grounds. This will occur where the minister reasonably suspects that you don't pass the character test and you are unable to satisfy the minister that you do pass the character test. So, what are your options if your student visa is cancelled on character grounds? If your student visa is cancelled because you failed to meet the character test and you are unsure, you cannot apply for another visa whilst you remain in Australia. Furthermore, even when you leave Australia, you will only be able to be granted a further visa which is not subject to Special Return Criteria or SRC 5001. This requirement cannot be waived by the department in this case. You could only re-enter Australia if you apply for and are granted a visa for which SRC 5001 is not a visa grant requirement, or if the minister personally grants you a permanent visa. If either of the above does not apply to you, you will be permanently excluded from Australia. So what about if your student visa is cancelled on a non-character ground? If your student visa is cancelled on non-character grounds and you are unsure or still inside Australia, you will be restricted in being able to apply for a limited list of prescribed visa subclasses whilst you remain in Australia. If you don't qualify for any one of these visa options, you will be required to depart the country and then to consider your options from offshore. The list of prescribed visas which you may apply for are as follows: an onshore partner visa, a protection visa, medical treatment visitor visa, territorial asylum residence visa, border temporary visa, special category temporary visa, bridging visa A, B, C, D, E, F, R, resolution of status visa, child residence visa, retirement temporary visa, or investor retirement visa. If your student visa is cancelled on non-character grounds, you may also be subject to an exclusion period under public interest criteria. This means that you cannot be granted a further visa to Australia for a period of 3 years from the date of the cancellation, if it's subject to PIC 4013, unless the department is satisfied that you meet one of the following waivers. The first is compelling circumstances that affect the interests of Australia, or compassionate or compelling circumstances that affect the interests of an Australian citizen. An Australian permanent resident or eligible New Zealand citizen as well exists. Being fully informed about what to do if your student visa is cancelled will give you a better chance of achieving a successful resolution to your case. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, click the bell icon to find out when we release new videos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.